In 2009, the university ran a design competition, an international competition, which we decided to enter. There was a lot of discussion in the brief around interdisciplinary collaboration and the importance of the studio and the future of education for architects and planners and landscape architects. So we felt that it was important to have people contributing from outside our bubble. We had recently shown an architect, NADAAA from NADAAA, through one of our projects. We also knew that NADAAA was very interested in the education of architecture students and the future of the profession in that respect. He was based in Boston, and so we contacted him and he immediately said yes. The university provided us with a really fascinating brief. Beyond the nuts and bolts and the numbers and the spaces and those types of things, there was also some really clear aspirations in the brief. One was around what the future of the design studio would be. One was around the living building, which is really about sustainability and how the building would evolve over time. The academic environments, how the academics as well as the students connected to the rest of the campus. And the last one was built pedagogy. And the idea of built pedagogy is really around how is the building itself a teaching tool. So those four pillars in a way guided us, and we responded to those really clearly and specifically when we were, for all the different design ideas that we then explored. This is a building which is about many ideas. There's this space here, which is the main atrium space. As a live teaching space, we really wanted to make sure that there was a lot of flexibility for students and for academics and teachers to work within the building, give them lots of options for how the building was going to work. So studio spaces have different ways of opening up into these types of edge spaces, into the atrium space here. So for example, when there's a big exhibition happening within the building, you can open everything up and it becomes highly porous and open. But you can also close it down. But there are also non-bookable spaces where people can casually use it, and that's where you get students occupying every nook and cranny in the building, and you get a really a buzz within the building. So we were really conscious of trying to make every surface, every space work really hard. The beautiful spaces in the library below, or within the gallery behind the old Joseph Reed design facade. There's all of these different experiences, and the stitching together was actually really important. In effect, it was a whole design exercise in itself. It's interesting to contemplate the building 10 years on, because at the time we were designing, we were trying to project 10, 20, 30 years ahead. I'm really proud of the way that the building does create a strong sense of community for the students and for the faculty. Have a sense that this is their home on campus. This building is very tactile. It's very much about materials. It's about the way the light filters in the spaces. It really makes a case for the ongoing importance of architecture and the physicality of it and the experience of it.